Hi everybody. As everybody is getting ready for the Game of Thrones finale, the final episode, so many people are having watch parties. So I decided to show you how to make a Game of Thrones cake. Now, I modeled it after a picture from a wedding that went viral, a Game of Thrones wedding, and I made it a little easier so you can make it at home yourself. We're gonna start with two 8-inch cakes. You're gonna take the top layer off with a knife, put it down, and then start putting on your crumb coat all the way around. And a little later on, we'll show you the recipe for this buttercream frosting to put your crumb coat on around the cake. Smooth it all out. One little hint is once I smooth it all out, I take some wax paper, some parchment paper, and I use that to kind of even it out. I always like also then to put it in the refrigerator or the freezer just to let it get a little hard. I took a second 8-inch cake, took the top off of that, and laid it down there. Also put a crumb coat on that as well. Once you have that done, and now you're going to take a 6-inch cake and also put a crumb coat around that. We will have two 6-inch cakes and we're going to stack it just like we did our 8-inch cakes. Smooth that out. Here's our second 6-inch cake. Cut off the top so it's even out flat and put it on the bottom layer. I added frosting and then I really smoothed that out. Use some wax paper to really even everything out. And again, just a simple tip, you can put in the fridge or the freezer to let it set up so it's easy to put your fondant on top. Now I took some white fondant, rolled it out, once that comes out of the freezer, I really smoothed everything around really well. And I rolled my white fondant on top. Now's a chance to really smooth that out. You're going to do that all the way around. Once we have everything smoothed out all the way around, we cut out the bottom and take it off. Okay, now time to make the buttercream frosting. This is a recipe used for the crumb coat. 2 sticks of butter and 2 half cups of shortening, 2 tablespoons of vanilla extract, and 4 tablespoons of water. Mix that all together. Once that's nice and creamy, we are going to start adding our confectioner's sugar, powdered sugar, and we're going to do 8 cups total in there. This makes a nice batch of our buttercream frosting. And you slowly mix that powdered sugar in. You don't dump it all in all at once. Okay, now I take a little portion of that buttercream frosting. I added some dark blue and then half of the black food coloring, so it makes kind of a dark blue frosting. Then I'm going to also take a little batch of that, add some of the teal and a little bit of the black and mix that all together. Once I have my teal done, I'm going to add a little green. So I now have 3 different batches of frosting. So our main batch that we're going to use as a dragon scale on the bottom cake, I then added a little purple in there, and you don't want to mix it in fully. You kind of want to make it so it's weaving in a little bit of the purple and a little bit of the black, and it just kind of like flows together. You'll see that once we put it in a frosting bag, that it will look so pretty, our bottom cake. Now we take some of the teal frosting, we take some of the blue frosting, we lay that all out, and then we're going to add a little bit of the black food coloring as well as a little purple food coloring, and you're going to see in just a minute what I do with this. Add some of that dark blue frosting. This is the basic blue that we're going to use on our cake. We're going to measure and create a line around the middle of it so we know that like our little dragon scales are even as we go around. Now using a 12 tip, we put the frosting layers going up like that, and then you saw that we take it and dip it into the other frosting to create that kind of different colored effect. See, look right there, we dip it, and then we're gonna smooth it out so you see different colors of the black and the teal and the blue. And we're gonna do this all the way around our cake. Once again, this is a number 12 wide round tip that we used on our frosting bag. You want to smooth out some of the extra blue around so you don't see the white beneath it. Just keep going like that all the way around. Look at that, that looks like a dragon scale. Isn't that so pretty? You're going to do it all the way around and then just finish it off at the very end with just kind of like a round push and then just a gentle wipe off with that. Okay, so now we want some royal frosting. I just bought a Wilton's brand of royal frosting and I mixed that all up, added a little water to that, and look at how nice that turned out. Then you start making designs all the way around on your top layer of the cake, and you can get really creative and have a lot of fun with that. Now when that's all done, we put the top layer on the bottom layer and we're going to finish off our lower dragon scale. We do the exact same thing, but just put one row all the way around. And once it's done, you take a glue gun and some moss and you attach that on the very bottom. And there you have your amazing Game of Thrones cake. You put a throne on the top. I just bought that at the store, and you can keep that after your party as a souvenir. All right, thank you so much for watching. Of course, if you like this video, share it with your friends, especially your Game of Thrones fanatic friends. Give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe as well as turn on those post notifications so you know next time we post a video. Have a great day.